Now, a number of homeless people in Edinburgh have been moved out of the city to make way for Taylor Swift fans attending concerts next week.
Yeah, it sort of makes you gasp when you hear
Bizarre,
that in some ways. Look, the point is that hotels are often used for temporary accommodation. But is it fair that homeless people are then being sent to different hotels or different accommodation miles and miles and miles outside of the city when Taylor Swift is in town? Because, of course, I suppose these hotels want to make money and they can sell the rooms for quadruple the normal price because there's such a huge demand from fans. Well, we have
Paul Atherton, and you've been homeless for 15 years, unhoused, is another way to put it. And you say that the policy, this is about policy, which is always, frankly, profit over people. But founder of the Birmingham Pride, Phil Aldershaw, says hotels are there to support the tourist economy, not the homeless. I'm going to go, if I can, first of all, to you, Paul. Just to be clear, anybody who is already in accommodation isn't being moved out.
Allegedly.
Well, you say allegedly. So what is the fundamental complaint here?
Well, I think the key issue is that the people who are experiencing homelessness would normally get placed in these hotel rooms. And now what's happening is that they're saying, no, we're going to keep these hotel rooms vacant. We're going to place you miles away from your support structures. We're going to place you miles away for these 3 nights where Taylor is going to be in town. Whereas, in fact, the hotels during COVID, for instance, made tons of profit from people experiencing homelessness. So they've already... It's not like they're not making profit. They just want to make a killing.
Yeah, so the fact is that Shelter said that people were being sent by taxi to Aberdeen and Glasgow and that one person was offered temporary accommodation in Newcastle. It seems pretty heartless for the sake of a pop star.
Yeah, it seems heartless, but actually economics says that we need leisure and tourism industry, and without this industry, you're going to suffer £300 billion plus a year less going into our government to pay for this accommodation in the first place.
But you're looking at Paul right there, who has experienced homelessness. You feel comfortable saying that to him?
I do, because the important thing is to make sure that we can afford to be able to give accommodation moving forward. And obviously, they're not being turved out of their property. They're being given alternative housing and a roof over their head to make sure that they are accommodated for.
These hotels have already profit and do already profit from people experiencing homelessness. It's not like they're giving these rooms away to people. They're already taking money from the local authority. They're already taking and costing the public huge sums of money. For me, I was in temporary accommodation for 3 years. I was £500,000 to a particular hotel chain. £500,000, which would have been easier just to buy me a flat. So these people are not... It's not that these people are displacing profit. It's just that the organisations, the shareholders, want to make lots more.
But that is capitalism, isn't it?
At the end of the day, you know, these businesses have got to make money. Where do you think the money comes from? We've got to have a tourism and leisure industry. And it's not just about the hotels. It's about local businesses. It's about restaurants. It's about shops. And these areas need that income to come in. If somebody like Taylor Swift, for instance, can't have a concert there because the fans can't get there and stay over, then it's not going to support the local economy, which is going to have a negative effect on everybody involved.
But it doesn't support the local economy. Again, this is a deceit, right? The actual money that comes in goes to shareholders. It doesn't go to the little mum-and-pop B&B. It goes to massive chains which have got shareholders. It doesn't... Most of the things that you go into a Taylor Swift concert are contained within that unit. It all goes to Taylor and it all goes to...
Just to let you know about the
chains.
Numbers here, the price of Edinburgh hotels are averaging £686 a night.
Right.
This is ahead of the Eras Tour show at Murrayfield. That is extreme, isn't it? £686 on top of your ticket.
It's a large amount of money, but it's supply and demand, isn't it? And these hotels have to have an upkeep. We talk about profits and things, but of course, they've got to be able to reinvest into their businesses to make sure that the facility is there moving forward.
I wonder
as
what
well.
Taylor Swift would make of it.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, this is Edinburgh City Council, so very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I mean,
so bottom line is that the council knew this was coming 2 years ago. They should have worked with the hotel industry.
Right.
They should have made sure people experiencing homelessness...
Well, I hear, just to be clear,
great.
Edinburgh City Council said it's a symptom of the housing emergency we face, that at times we must use tourist accommodation. We use it reluctantly as a last resort. We're aware of the situation and are working with affected households to find alternative accommodation, an eye-watering sum.